Hello and welcome to this explainer. If you own property in Spokane County, you already know the drill. Those annual April 30th and October 31st tax deadlines, they always seem to just sneak right up on you. Well, today we're diving into the absolute ultimate guide to conquering your Spokane County property taxes entirely online. We are going to decode the digital systems and show you exactly how to securely manage your payments without ever having to leave your couch. I mean, let's be real for a second. Are you tired of waiting in those long courthouse lines just to pay a bill? For the longest time, the standard procedure meant sitting down, writing out a physical check, frantically double-checking your tax stubs, and then either racing to the post office, hoping for a timely federal postmark, or driving all the way down to the county courthouse on West Broadway Avenue. It is a massive pain point. But good news. Spokane County's online portal is an incredibly convenient, time-saving solution that completely eliminates the whole shebang. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with an intro to Spokane property taxes, move on to getting ready to pay, navigating the online portal, the payment process, confirming your transaction, and wrap up with some pro tips and a mandatory disclaimer. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Intro to Spokane Property Taxes. You know, property tax is actually the oldest tax levied in the state of Washington, and it's absolutely essential. It's the lifeblood of our local community. These funds go directly toward things we use every single day. Local fire protection, keeping our libraries up and running, maintaining county parks, and of course, supporting public schools. The administration behind this is kind of a codependent system. You've got the Spokane County assessor who evaluates properties, conducting physical exterior observations at least once every 6 years. And then you have the Spokane County treasurer who actually bills or collects the funds. It really is a team effort supporting our civic services. Okay, moving right along to Section 2, Getting Ready to Pay. Now, the absolute most important key you need for this entire process is your Spokane County parcel number. Along with your bank or credit card info, this unique 10-digit identifier is a strict prerequisite for paying online. It's always formatted as 2 numerical sequences separated by a period. Think of it as a fingerprint for your property. Without it, you literally can't route your payment to the correct account. You can usually spot this pretty easily on your physical tax statement. But hey, if you don't have it handy, don't worry. The online system can actually help you look it up just by typing in your property address. Which brings us to Section 3, Navigating the Online Portal. Understanding how the county's databases link up is super helpful here. First things first, you're going to navigate to the Scout dashboard. Scout is Spokane County's unified property information system. It aggregates data from both the assessor and the treasurer. Next, you just search using that 10-digit parcel number we just talked about. Once your property profile loads up, you'll see your assessed values and, most importantly, your current balance. Finally, you just click the Make a Payment link. And boom, this action seamlessly transitions you right out of the informational database and straight into the highly secure official payment interface, which is operated by a system called InvoiceCloud. Now for the main event, Section 4, the payment process. All right, before we hit submit, let's be completely upfront about the costs involved here so there are zero surprises. The online portal accepts a few different payment methods, but they do come with vendor-set convenience fees. If you use an e-check, which basically just means typing in your bank routing and account numbers, it's a super low flat fee of just 45 cents. However, if you choose to use a credit or debit card, a 2.65% surcharge applies, and there's a $1 minimum on that. And just to be clear, Spokane County doesn't keep a single penny of these convenience fees. They go entirely to the merchant vendor. So if you want to keep your costs as low as possible, an e-check is definitely your best bet. As for what they accept, you can use e-check, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and your standard debit cards. But listen up, because here is the absolute best part about paying online. If you pay by mail or in person, you are completely at the mercy of post office hours or that strict 4 p.m. courthouse closure. The InvoiceCloud portal, on the other hand, securely timestamps your payment right up to 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on the exact due date, literally a minute before midnight. That means if it's 11:30 at night on deadline day, you can still log on, process your payment, and be perfectly 100% on time. Talk about a lifesaver. Let's move on to Section 5, Confirming your transaction. Because let's face it, peace of mind is absolutely crucial when we're dealing with property taxes. As soon as your payment process is over on InvoiceCloud, you are immediately provided with a digital receipt that you can download or print right then and there. But if you want to verify it in the official county records later, just give the system a little bit of time to update, and then head right back over to that Scout dashboard. Under your property's profile, you'll find a specific tax receipts table. You can cross-reference your transaction right there, verifying the exact receipt number, date, and amount, just to make absolutely sure your obligation is fully settled.
And finally, Section 6, Pro Tips and Disclaimer.
We all know property taxes aren't just a one-off event, right? They are an evergreen annual cycle. So the absolute best pro tip for managing them is to just automate your memory. Don't rely on a piece of paper arriving in the mail. Take out your smartphone right now and set recurring digital calendar reminders for early April and early October. This one simple automated step guarantees you'll always have plenty of time to log onto the portal and get that payment processed way before the deadlines actually hit. And being on time matters a lot. Just to recap, your first half taxes are due April 30th, and the second half is due October 31st. If your account slips into delinquency, the financial consequences ramp up really quickly. A 3% penalty is slapped on the current year's delinquent taxes on June 1st. And if it goes unpaid even longer, a steep 8% penalty hits your account on December 1st. Utilizing that online 11:59 p.m. timestamp feature we talked about is absolutely your best defense against ever seeing these penalties. All right, before we wrap up, a very quick mandatory note. This explainer is for informational purposes only. Property tax situations can be incredibly unique to the individual, so please consult official Spokane County representatives or a legal professional for specific verifications concerning your own property. We manage so much of our lives digitally a day, and the secure technology provided by Spokane County makes managing your civic obligations just as easy. Embrace the digital tools and save yourself the headache. Now that you've unlocked this massive shortcut, what are you going to do with all that saved time instead of standing in a courthouse line? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.